Good morning, Cougars. Okay, today we're going to be talking about like terms. Yesterday we talked about terms and just what terms are. And so we know that terms are the parts that make up the math sentence. We're going to be looking at what this idea around like terms. And so we're going to be able to, one, identify terms again, but then two, we're going to be seeing what are like terms. So our definition that we're going to be using for like terms are terms, or we know that terms are the parts that make up the expression, that have the same variable component. Like terms are terms that have the same variables. Okay, so they're going to look the same. They will look the same. So like terms are terms that are the same. We know that we have coefficients, we know we have constants, and we know that we have variables. So they could also have, they could also be a constant. Okay, so they either have the same variables or they are a constant. So we're going to use these words to help us decide what are alike and what are not alike. Okay, let's start with an example. Let's start with example A. 6W plus 2 plus 4W. Okay, so we have this example right here, 6W plus 2 plus 4W. In this, we're going to list the terms. So first we're going to list what are the terms that we see here. So the terms that we see, remember, the terms are the parts that make up the expression. So the parts in this expression. We have a 6W. There's one term. We have a 2. And we have a 4W. Those are our terms. Okay, so we have a 6W, a 4W, and a 2. Remember, we're just getting rid of this, our operation, and we are putting in commas. Those are the terms. Okay, now what terms are the same? The terms that are the same are the ones that are in common. So if we look at the two that I put a box around, these two green ones, this 6W has a W, and this one has a W. So these are like terms. The ones that are in common, the 6W and the 4W. Those are like terms. The 2 is not alike. Okay, so the 2 is not alike. It doesn't have a partner. So these ones have partners. This one stands alone. So let's put a blue box around it. Okay, so we have terms, which are every single part of this expression. And then we have like terms, the ones that are the same. And then we have one that's just kind of hanging out. Which one doesn't belong here? Okay, all right, let's do another example. Let's do another one. Here is example B. All right, let's say that I have 8 plus 2Q plus Q plus another 8. Okay. first, let's list the terms. All right, so let's first list the terms. So the terms that we have here in this expression, we have an 8, we have a 2Q for school, and we have a Q. Remember, that's the same as saying 1Q. They just don't put the 1 there, so we can put the 1. And we have an 8. Okay, these are our terms. Okay, now let's talk about the like terms. We're going to talk about the ones that are the same. Okay, so we're going to talk about the ones that are alike. Like terms. All right, here we have Q's. I see lots of Q's. I see a Q here. We want to circle that operation with it. Okay, and I see a Q here. So we're going to have a positive 2Q, and you're going to have a positive 1Q. But look, those are the same. They're both constants. Even though they don't have a variable, they both are just a plain old number. So those are also like terms. So we actually have two sets of like terms here. We have an 8, and we had another 8. Okay, let's do another one. Example C. Okay, let's say I have 9 plus 4z plus 7 plus 8z plus 2z. Okay, again, let's list our terms. You should be pros now at listing the terms. The terms are just the ingredients to make up the list of numbers, right? So just to make up this math expression. Yes, this is a real math expression. You could solve this if you knew what z was. So we're just going to put it here. 9. We've got another one right here, 4z. Remember, just get rid of those. Oh, there's another one. We have 7. We have 8z. And we have a 2z. Okay, all of these are the terms that make up this math sentence, this math expression. Okay, now we're going to talk about like terms. So like terms. Let's start with what we see first. I see a lot of z's. Let's look at these z's. I see a positive 4z. I see an 8z and a 2z. So I'm going to write that down. 4z, positive 8z, and a positive 2z. All right. On the next side, I see 2 left over. They're not the exact same number like they were up in B, but they are both constants. So because they're both constants, we need to circle both of them. This is a constant, and this is a constant. They both matter, and they're both like terms. They're not going to change. They're going to stay the same. So we have a positive 9 and a positive 7. Okay, both of those are like terms. Okay, it is your turn right now. We're going to do a try it. All right, on your try it, I want you to first find the terms, and then I want you to find the like terms. Okay, so let's see here. 5m plus 2m minus 3 plus 4. Okay, find the like terms. And then I want you to hit pause right now so that you don't hear me solving this problem. And then when you're done, we'll go over it. Okay, so hit pause. Alrighty. All right, so our terms, first of all, the terms in this expression are, 5m, 2m, negative 3m, and a positive 4. Those are our terms. Okay, our like terms, the things that we have in common, like terms. The first set of like terms that we had was a 5m and a 2m. So 5m and a 2m. Our second set of like terms that we had was a negative 3 and a positive 4. Make sure that you are circling that sign with the numbers so that you don't get the wrong, because this is now a negative. Well, it will be subtraction. So just stick with me here. Make sure that you're circling the sign, just like we did up above. Circle that sign. Okay, how did you do? How did you do on your try it? Go ahead out to the side. I want you to answer your essential question. What are like terms? So in your own words, answer the question, what are like terms? And then I want you to please put your rating in the box about how you are doing. 1, I don't know what terms are still. I'm still confused around like terms. 2, I kind of get it. I'm still a little bit fuzzy. I'm going to need to do some more practice. Or 3, I totally understand what terms are. I get like terms. And I know how to work through these. Okay, now head on over, see what your practice work is, and as always, make it a great day the Cougar way.